All right. So how did you feel when you heard that you were going to fight in the Vietnam War?
I was not fighting. I was in the Signal Corps.
Oh, all right. What kind of role did you have?
What kind of what?
What kind of role?
Role?
Yeah.
We had 10 or 15 people work the shift and worked the radios, and we had three shifts, 12-hour shifts. One day, one night, and one did details.
That's cool. What was the scariest thing that you've ever experienced in the battlefield?
Where was what?
Scariest thing, or like the scariest thing that you ever experienced.
Well, one night, the Vietnamese come up on the mountain and tried to get a mortar tube, but they didn't succeed.
And that's it. All right, tell us about your boot camp / training experience.
My boot camp.
Yeah.
I had 16 weeks infantry training at Indiantown Gap, Pennsylvania.
16 weeks.
16
That's a very
weeks.
long
Pardon?
time.
There wasn't
That's
any AIT then. It was all straight basic.
Oh, I thought they needed men like ASAP. So I thought they needed like men like as soon as possible. I thought they would train you faster. Like, why did it take so long?
That was a standard basic training for Army infantry. I guess it was the entire Army.
How old were you when you were working for it?
Day after I turned 18.
Man.
Were you drafted or did
No,
you
I joined.
Oh, you joined.
And this is better than getting drafted. Some people
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
it's better than getting drafted. But some people won't wanna, just go there, not expecting anything. Anyway, so yeah. How did you feel?
How did you feel when you were at the battlefield first time? Were you on the battlefield at all, or were you just like the
Not really. I was
infiltrator?
in the infantry in Korea, but Vietnam, after Korea, I decided the infantry was the wrong place to be, so I went to the Signal Corps.
So what do you do at the Signal Corps?
Pardon?
What do you do at that job?
At the Signal Corps, we operate radios like AT&T, the long, not short distance, long distance. The troposcatter or line of sight.
So do you guys send like secret codes and stuff?
No, we just maintain the equipment.
Oh.
The equipment had a connection outside that everyone that was using it, like a phone line or a teletype or whatever it was connected to the outside of the van, and then it was put in a certain channel and transmitted to the distant end, wherever it was.
So your job was to like distribute information to other troops.
We just maintain the equipment, installed and maintain the equipment.
Okay. All right. Did you lose any of your friends in the war? One? How'd you feel about that when you were?
Well, he was just a member of our unit, and he didn't work for me. But the loss of life is bad anyway.
I agree. All right. How did you feel when you came back from the war?
I felt fine, but a lot of majority of people in the United States didn't think much of it.
Were they mad or?
Well, I don't know. I didn't get involved. A lot of people have bad trips when they came back to the States, but I didn't have any problem.
Was your family happy with you coming back?
Yes.
Yeah. Were you happy with the result of the war?
With the results?
Yeah, with the result. Were you happy with the result?
Not really. It was a political thing, and we didn't finish what we got into. I don't think.
Okay. Final question, sir. How did your life change after the war?
I don't know. It may have. It hadn't bothered me like it had some people, but I wasn't in the bad end of it like some people were.
So it kind of ended like in a
The
good
people
way.
that was in the infantry that was out in the field had a rough life.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't too bad.
But I heard that you were the radio man, like you was like the target or something.
That point.
That you were the target, like. 'Cause you
Well, they were at a
we
troop,
weren't
like,
in-
yeah,
I
they
wasn't
were
in
on the
field. We sat on the
battlefield.
mountaintop.
Yeah, they were just in the mountaintop. They were safe.
And not exactly
Well,
safe, but
Yeah.
more so than
Do
the
they
people
target you with like missiles and like artillery?
No, we've only messed with them. I was there for a year, and we only messed with one time.
And they failed that time when they tried to attack.
Well, I don't know why I made it. My shift was on duty, and I went down to a tent to get a fellow up for a guard. When I walked out of that tent, they shot up the other end of it. And I'm standing out there with a white T-shirt on, and but we only lost one man out of all the people that was on that hill.
One man?
Yeah.
Wow. How many men were there working at that station?
Lord, I don't know, but that's only a portion of it. It was probably maybe 1,000 people.
1,000?
500 to 1,000 people.
That's quite a lot.
It was more than this one
only
unit.
one people died? That's very lucky.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
So you guys stay
this
up
way
there?
Was more communications.
Like, what is this set in, where was this?
This was in Quinyon.
Quinyon in, is it Vietnam or?
Vietnam.
I guess it was hard to
Each one of these, this was one system. And it had 24 channels of communication going to, I don't know where that one went to, I've forgotten. But this was a longer distance.
Long distance? How far? Like, how far can you say, estimate? Like, from here to, like, Cali or, like, way farther?
Well, the line of sight was probably limited to 30, 40, maybe 50 miles if you had no terrain, anything in the way. But the others were 100 miles because they bounced the signal off the troposphere. It wasn't a line of sight. You lined up the antennas and shot up there, and it would reflect back down to this end. That was before they had satellites. Satellites took over all this.
Do you see that battle happening, like, at night?
No, but I could sit there on that mountaintop and watch jets bomb out in the field, and we could look down when the pilots came back up, and they were close enough where you could see the face. But it wasn't anything close to us.
Do you, like, could you sleep at night with all that bombing and stuff?
I don't know what other questions may we have.
Alright. I'm not sure.
I think.
Alright, this is all we have. So, thank you, sir.
You're quite welcome.
All right.